Hi everybody, my name is Gerry and this is week 6 of the weekly chat for Photo Africa. Yeah, we're here in Madikwe. You've just seen sunrise is about to happen. Grant, friend of mine behind the camera, thank you. Yeah, we came out early this morning and we did a bit of shooting stars in the area. Phenomenal stuff. Now we're doing this while we're waiting for the sun to come up, and then we're going to start shooting birds and things. Yeah, stop looking at the big lens. We're going to talk about this later. I know wildlife photographers get completely gaga when it comes to these things. Look here for now. Right. Today's episode is going to be split into two because there was a lot of feedback requests. So I'm going to try and deal with quite a few of those. Also looking at supports, tripods, bean bags, things like that. And what else? Stars. Let's pick up there. Grant and I came out very early this morning. It was about 5 we were here at the dam. Absolutely magical stars. I'm hoping to put some of those up for you guys later, and I'm also sure if you check Facebook, myself and Grant Marcus Photography, check it out. We're going to have some pictures up there. What got me onto this is I was going through Twitter last night and a friend of mine, Andy Biggs, tweeted a video about stars and how to shoot it. Now, the guy's called Ben, what was it? Ben Canales. It was on fstoppers.com. I'll have the link at the bottom for you guys again. And he does a very basic introduction of how to shoot stars, settings to look for and things like this. So what we did, we came out this morning, we played around wide angle lenses, not this thing, nice wide angles, and the stuff is amazing. I mean, I think it's something that I normally did not want to try and do a lot of because you're scared. You see these things, you think, shit, how do these guys do it? It's so fantastic and everything. But you follow the basics, and if you watch this video of Ben, the basics are actually quite simple. Small steps. I'm going to have the link for you to check it out. But if you look at things like you push your ISO up, ISO goes up, you open your aperture nice and wide, 2.804, wherever you can get to, and a long shutter speed. That gives you all the time to come in. Beautiful stuff. I'll have some of those at the end of the second part of this video. The sun's just coming up, and we'll have a look at that in a second. So yeah, stars and sun. It's always there. I just think we sometimes get stuck on Big Five. I had a comment from Skulk on one of the recent posts about shooting for yourself, and it's not only about the big things. It's about springbuck, it's about impala, sunrise, stars. There's more for us to look at, and I think you'll get the idea now with this being episode 6 that that's more or less where we're going. We are going to look. There's nothing wrong with the leopard up a tree. It's beautiful stuff, but there's more. There's absolutely more. So what we were doing this morning with the stars is we were shooting from a tripod. You cannot shoot that long shutter speed without a decent tripod to hold still. Beanbag will work for other things. So to link my stars and the support thing, I got an email from Tristan, asked about supports and things for wildlife. So what we're going to look at is supports. Now, for a lens like that is a 600 with a D3S on it. Number one, you don't want to drop it because it costs a bucket load of money. But number two, to shoot with these things and to hold them still handhold, arms get tired. So you need a proper support tripod, right? This is a Manfrotto 190XB. I find this one quite handy. It's very light, but still strong enough to keep something like this still. Obviously there's a little bit of shape, but that goes back to your long lens technique and how you use it. Now, what you'll see, the tripod stops here, then you get this thing on top. Forget the lens, stop looking at the lens. Right, look at the gimbal head, this thing here. If I take this off, just have a quick look. Unclip at the back, and then the whole lens slides off. I want you to look at the support, the tripod support. Right, lens, big lens, don't look at it. Okay, this is what I'm talking about here. This gimbal head is ideal for long lenses. You want to look at how these things work. They support lenses like this one. Alright, we'll just go through the exercise again. We'll stick this thing on here, and click in, and just tighten a little bit because I don't want to drop this thing. Right, so once you've got it there, it moves through different planes, side to side from here. On the side you can adjust, and you got up and down. I also like to then loosen the tripod collar, so you got that as well. So you can move through all the different planes very easily. That for your big lens is absolutely ideal. This gimbal head. Now what you also find is that with a big lens like this, you do not want to have something like that. Right, you don't want to put this on here. I have tried, not ideal. Right, you get this thing falling forward immediately. also then for a little spring like this ball head to hold, which is probably in excess of about 6-7 kgs. It's a lot of weight. You don't want to put it on there. Very nice for shorter lenses. This is what I was using this morning when we were shooting the stars. Works fantastically well. I had same body but a short 14 to 24 on there for the stars. These work well. So when you're traveling ideally and you're going to shoot big wildlife shots, this is what you want. Either a gimbal or the Wimberley. Slightly more expensive. Haven't got one of those here, working on it. Anybody from Wimberley watching? Yeah, got the address. This is what I'm looking at. Great to use for big lenses, great for small ones. Now, if you are shooting from a vehicle, there are a couple of options. This becomes difficult. Monopod is ideal. My monopod is in Johannesburg. I'm a Madikwe, so yeah, we'll leave that there. What is also very handy is normal beanbag. Right, these beanbags here, nice little strap on. It's called a bush bag. Right, pretty much buy them anywhere in South Africa. These things you stick on, focus on the lens, and this then supports you on the vehicle now. So as you move your lens around, this thing is attached. Very handy. They come standard filled with this, polystyrene. That stuff. If your dog gets a hold of this, bad plan. Been there once, not again. All the birds waking up behind us there. So easy one to use for big lenses as well, because it straps on, but you're still sitting with the thing of moving this thing around. Come back to the gimbal. Right. Another one which is very handy for shooting from a vehicle is called a badger bag. Right? Badger, I'll have the links for you up on the side as well. What this one does is it straps over the side of the vehicle. Right. And you can then put your lens on top. So if you're sitting in your vehicle, this goes over the side of the window down, and you can rest the lens on top. I have shot with the 600s, 400s, 300s on this, and it works quite well. The problem then becomes the space in the vehicle. Can't really do much about that. Now just a small one, I was speaking to Grant about this earlier on. That's how these things come standard, right? This is to make it easier to carry around. However, I have seen people walk around with it. Okay. If you think of walking around with it like this, don't. It's not cool. And you look like a complete chop again. Alright. Use it in the hand, carry the thing. Personal. Moving on. Right. What I have filled these with, these things when you buy them, they come empty. What I have done, you can fill them with sand when you get to anywhere you're going. What I do is I fill them with normal shopping bags. Plastic shopping bags, right? So you're getting rid of the plastic, you stick it in here, it's light, it's quiet, and it makes for very easy use when you are, beautiful sunrise, when you are shooting out. So you just stuff it in there, zip it up, and you're good to go. Right, badger bag, great for in vehicles. Bush bag, great for vehicles. Also, if you want low-level shots, drop this on the floor, and you're easy to go from there. Did we hear something?
Leopard.
We heard a leopard. Right, there's a leopard calling here somewhere, so we might pan there soon. Right, that's the supports. Monopod is a very great one to use. If I had one here, it would be very nice. When you're in a vehicle, just stabilize these big things. From a 300 up, gets tiring. Nice to stabilize. You still have fair play to turn and all of those. I had a question from, I think it was Mike from Kenya, asking how some of the low-level shots is possible, because you can't always get out your car. Don't get out your car if you're not knowing what's going on. Don't do it. What you have is you've got a monopod upside down. You get a little bracket that you mount on it. I'll try and get this for you in one of the upcoming chats. And you mount your camera upside down, so you can then drop the monopod next to the vehicle and fire with a remote control. Nice low-level shots. It is a bit of a hit and miss because you can't see, so you're just firing random. Right, that's with supports. Tristan, I hope that answers it. If you don't, drop me another comment and we'll pick up from there. But that for me is it. Tripod for traveling. I like this Manfrotto, small and sturdy. Just on a small one. Grant, I don't know if we can see the bottom. Can we see this here? Yeah. What you can do, if you've got a big one like this and there is movement, you can always go and hang something from the bottom here, which anchors the thing, unless I pull it down now. So you can hang something from there to anchor the whole thing down. Just makes it a lot more stable. So on any tripod, even if you've got a little one that you think is not strong enough to hold something, add some weight from here. I don't know, your handbag, your camera bag, anything. Hang it from here, stabilizes that thing down very nicely. Right, I'm almost going to wrap up part one. This is part one. Like I said, there's two parts to this. In part two, we're going to look at Lightroom very quickly. Selective coloring and how you can take color out and into an image. Very short one, probably only about 4 minutes. Looking at 2 or 3 sliders that you can use to create art. Not really photography or competition entry stuff, but it's nice to play with and it'll give you an idea of what is possible. Also in part 2, let me just check here, there's quite a few comments that people have asked on these weekly chats that I'm going to quickly chat through and things like that. So I'm going to wrap up this one. Oh, before you watch part 2, the wallpaper downloads for, what are we in, June, is live up on the site. If you knew what happens once a month, beginning of the month, there's 3 wallpapers that I put up. Random shots of nature, African wildlife, birds, landscapes. They've got very nice little calendar on top, so you can just check from there, and it makes your desktop look very pretty throughout the month. The ones for June are up, check it out. The links will be underneath the website, or underneath this video. So, we're going to wrap up for part 1 here, and yeah, I will see you in part 2. See you on the other side.